Hello, beautifuls. It is a glorious Friday, a wonderful Friday. But we made it. It's the last day of February, this month of love. And you guys, it's been beautiful for me this whole week for about a week and a half, and I'm so grateful for it. But the weather's going to change a little bit on us here in Southern California, so I'm going to do this video while the clouds hold their due. But I wanted to come on real quick and tell you guys thank you. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for having a conversation with me. We've shared a lot of great music. Well, it's me sharing my great music with you. We've shared a lot of great music for this month of love, and I wanted to do that. And also, what more of a better way to express love than to also talk about the lover of our souls, and that's Jesus. So we have been discussing John chapter 4, when Jesus meets our sassy Samaritan, and we've discussed a whole heap load of things. We've discussed, Jesus going after his bride. We've discussed the living water. We've discussed, the names of God. We've just been we've been a lot, and I didn't even express also that he's the gift, and I didn't even express all the revelation that I got from reading this chapter. And like Kevin Laun says, the Bible's so juicy. It's so good. It's so juicy when you really get into it. I highly recommend it. But one of the things that I wanted to talk for our last day is about prejudice. And you guys know from this story that Jews didn't have anything to do with Samaritans, and because of their attitude with Samaritans, as we can see with our sassy Samaritans' response to Jesus, they were like, we don't want to have nothing to do with you either. So prejudice begets prejudice. But I love Jesus because Jesus is such a rule breaker. You guys, Jesus is always crossing the line. He was always doing his own thing. He's a rule breaker. He liked to shake things up, not only toss over tables, but he liked to shake things up. And he liked to say some of the most out-of-pocket things if you really study some of the stuff that he has said to people. But I wanted to talk about prejudice because there's no place for that in the kingdom of God. And here he was, just being his wonderful, glorious self, reaching across to other people and loving on them. Because the kingdom of God is for all of us. It's not just for one group of people. It's for all of us who believe. So I wanted you to be mindful of and do a self-check. Take some inventory of yourself and see maybe some areas that you need to work on in the area of prejudice. And here's my thing: if you over 40, 90% of your acquaintances have are from the same culture, got basically the same skin complexion, got the same kind of nose or the same kind of eyes. You may have a prejudice problem. I'm just saying. So just really check your acquaintances and check that, because we're in a world that's global now. So there's no reason for us to not reach out and touch other people. You'll find that you have more in common with them than you think you do, especially with people who may have a different philosophy as you do, maybe have a different way that they dress, maybe they have a different way that they cook or they do things, or it could be we know people just have different ways. Even among Black people, we do it differently all the time. So I wanted to encourage you that there is no place in the kingdom for prejudice. And what way then to exemplify that is by loving one another. And that's one of the things that Jesus said. He said, this is how you know that you're my disciples, if you love one another. Now, that doesn't mean that you tolerate injustice, or that you need to, not be who you are, or somehow switch up your identity. Not what I'm saying. I'm just saying is be kinder to people. It takes nothing to be kind. It takes nothing to give somebody a smile. It takes nothing just to have, a little conversation or a little something here or there. You may find out that maybe you don't have many things in common with each other, but it doesn't mean that you cannot be nice and so are kind to another person. So that's my challenge for you guys as we come out of February and we enter another month, my birthday month, if we enter another month. But also, I just also want to say, with these songs that I've given you, I'm hoping you guys that they filled you up, that they gave you some happy feelings, that they actually encourage you and they inspire you, because that's what we're here to do here at Melanin Monarchy. We're here to make your life better and brighter. So making things so much better and so much brighter for you. That's my mission. That's what I would love to do. And so when we're talking about, Jesus or whatever, I mean, because he loves so freely. It's just because he just loves so freely. God gave his precious love through Jesus, and he just loves so freely. So we're ending this month with some wonderful songs, you guys. My song list was so I have pages and pages and pages of songs. So some artists didn't make it, some songs didn't make it. I tried to fit everything that I could, and I just couldn't, because it's just too much, and I didn't want to overload you guys. And plus there were not enough days in this month that would have covered all the songs that were on my list. But we're going to end it wonderfully. We're going to end it with some really, really wonderful songs that I love and that I think are poignant to end this February, this month of love. Whenever you see this, whatever year, doesn't have to be 2025, but whatever you see this, that is poignant. And so the first song that we're going on the list, on the last song list, is Tomorrow, Better You, Better Me by Tevin Campbell, orchestrated by Quincy Jones. It was actually on the Quincy Jones album. So that's song number one. Song number two is Happy Feelings by Frankie Beverly and Maze. And third song, you guys know that I had to include my babies on the last song list. So we have Free Love by Depeche Mode. And then the last song, song number four, is a song that I just switched up. I just put this song on the list, and I'm so very glad I did put this song on the list. And it's by Detroit's own, probably the greatest singing duo ever, and that's Miss Tammy Terrell and Mr. Marvin Gaye's Your Precious Love. So you guys, I made a list of all the songs that I presented during the month of February in these talks, all the songs, and I put them on a Spotify list, and I'm going to include that Spotify list in this post. And for those of you guys who listen to something else like Apple Play, or you listen to Pandora, and you want this list of songs, definitely go ahead and message me, or you can just comment and let me know, and I'll send you a PDF of this song list. But you guys, there we have it. I would have continued until March, but I got some Melanin Monarchy things to do. So I figured that this is good enough for right now, unless the Lord tells me to do something else. You know him, he probably will. But I just want to say, if no one has told you lately that I love you so dearly from my heart. And I hope the music that I'm sharing will convey that as well. But I want you also to hear from my lips that I do love you. Okay, until next time, toodle pip.